Thousands of businesses across North Carolina have shut down during the coronavirus pandemic, and families statewide are required to stay at home as much as possible. But when can things go back to normal? From WREL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. I'm Cliff Baumgartner. Here's the latest from WREL.com. A recent study conducted by public health experts has laid out a roadmap for states like North Carolina to reopen for business. To get there, the study lays out 4 key benchmarks. 1. Hospitals must be able to safely treat all patients requiring hospitalization without resorting to crisis standards of care. 2. A state needs to be able to test at least everyone who has symptoms. 3. A state must be able to monitor all confirmed cases and their contacts. And finally, 4. A continuous reduction in cases needs to last at least 14 days. Mark McClellan of Duke University was part of the study, and he says it's essential the state starts looking ahead to life after the coronavirus.
The new normal is not going to be the same as the old normal. It's important to start thinking about what's next. What comes after this, so that we can start to get back towards more interactions, more businesses being open, more activity in our communities right here in North Carolina and around the country.
But McClellan says any talk of reopening the state hinges on everyone staying out of the public as much as possible and practicing social distancing and other mitigating measures to help slow or stop the spread of the virus. At the time of recording, more than 3,400 people in North Carolina have tested positive for COVID-19, and at least 60 have died. There have been at least 150 confirmed cases statewide of people recovering from the virus, although that number could be higher as many counties aren't reporting those numbers. Animal shelters in North Carolina are asking for help during the pandemic. Shelters like the SPCA of Wake County and the Animal Protection Society of Durham have turned to live streams and social media to facilitate virtual adoptions during quarantine, but they're still struggling to raise money and clear space. Many shelters, especially government-run county shelters, are forced to take in all stray animals or animals that are surrendered by their owners. If the shelters become too full, it puts a strain on workers and leaves shelter staff with too many animals and not enough space. Shafonda Davis with the APS of Durham said a major concern during the pandemic is the worry that people will try to surrender their animals. This could be due to financial strain, medical reasons, family changes, or other factors.
Someone calls and they're unable to keep their animal. We talk with them and find out what the situation is. And if it's just a lack of resources, that's something we can help with. We would really prefer to keep animals in homes any way we possibly can.
While the shelters remain closed, they stress there are still ways you can get involved, either by donating food or supplies, fostering animals in need of homes, or adopting them. The SPCA holds a daily live stream on their Facebook page where interested adopters can see animals and call in to start the process. Other shelters encourage people to visit their websites to see photos of available animals and call the shelter to make an appointment. From WREL TechWire, with so many people working or learning remotely during the pandemic, the search for free or lower-cost internet access has become critical. Now, the North Carolina Broadband Infrastructure Office has something it says will help: a new interactive map to help you find connectivity. In a statement, Tracy Dokes of the NC Department of Information Technology said, quote, "North Carolina is fighting the COVID-19 pandemic with everything we've got. In these uncertain times, more and more of our residents are being asked to work and learn from home, making access to reliable and affordable high-speed internet more critical than ever." End quote. The map, which is available on ncbroadband.gov, is updated daily and allows users to type in their address to find their nearest free public Wi-Fi access points. The Broadband Office is also asking service providers offering free or affordable options for high-speed internet to contact them for inclusion on the map. North Carolina-based grocery store chain Harris Teeter has announced that they will be implementing customer capacity limits at all stores to further protect associates and shoppers. According to their press release, beginning today, Harris Teeter will limit the number of customers in a store to 50% of the building's capacity to further support physical distancing in its stores. Store associates will monitor the number of customers to ensure the capacity limit is maintained. This move comes as Governor Roy Cooper is expected to sign a new executive order later this week putting further requirements on social distancing at retail stores. At a press conference yesterday, Cooper praised stores which have already implemented strict policies and procedures, but said more needs to be done. If this order goes into place, Cooper hinted some of the new measures may include one-way aisles, more plexiglass installations at checkout, and limiting the amount of people inside a business based on maximum occupancy. This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. Remember, if you like the information you get from this podcast, let us know by giving us a rating and review in whatever podcasting app you use. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our new episodes posted every day before 5 p.m. Thanks for listening.